everybody, it's Kathy with Simply Cards by Kathy, and today is Friday, the 16th of September 2022. Welcome and thank you for joining me. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy you found me. And if you're returning, thank you for your support and helping me grow my channel. Today, I thought we would do a 3D project rather than a card. And we're going to use the Pillowbox dies, or actually the pretty Pillowbox dies, and we're going to make some Halloween little treat boxes. So I hope you're having a great day and that you have some fun plans for the weekend. I am going to flip this camera to my desktop and we're going to get started. Okay, hopefully you can see and hear me okay. If you are with me live, please leave me a comment and let me know where you're from. And if you have any questions during our making of these gift cards, please put them in the comments. We are going to use, or actually let me show you what we're going to make. We're going to make these little Pillowbox treats. Holders, and I've got several here. This one doesn't have anything in it, which is why it looks a little bit collapsed because it's tied. These have candy in them, but really easy to make. So let's move those off to the side, and I'm going to show you what we're going to need to do this. We are going to be using the pretty Pillowbox dies. Consists of the main die for making the pillow box. You have 3 decorative trims that you can do, putting this right in here, and we're going to do 1 or 2 of those. Some tags, some die cuts for greetings or sentiments, and you have these cute little flowers. Today we're going to keep it pretty simple though, and I'm going to pull this one out and this one out, and we're going to use these. Now let me show you where these are. These are in our annual catalog, and they do not go with a stamp set. They are found on page 173 of our annual catalog. So that's where you can find those. Now, one of the other sets I am going to use is I'm going to use the Bewitching set. I did some cards with this, some wobble cards on Monday. Well, today we're going to use the hat for like a decoration on our treat box. So, because I'm using the hat, and because I'm doing Halloween treats, I have no sentiments to put on here. So if you don't have a Halloween sentiment, what can you do? Well, I'm going to use the sentiment that just says boo, and I'm using that from the Cottage Wreaths bundle. So look and see what you have. Don't give up because you think I don't have a Halloween set. Just look and see what you can use. You can also use a stamp and write marker and write on the sentiment. The other one is the Special Moments, has a very tiny little sentiment that says, hey, boo. So there's 2 options for you if you have those. Now the paper I'm using, I'm going to bring in and show you. I am using this. That's what I used for one of the ones I showed you. This is from Perfectly Penciled, just the black and white. Did it with the hat from Bewitching and added some twine. And then the other papers I'm using are from Special Moments. Special Moments? Celebrate Everything. I'm sorry. It's from Celebrate Everything. And Celebrate Everything has designer series papers for holidays, 4th of July, Halloween, Christmas, birthday. So these are 2 of the Halloween ones that come in that pack, and I've chosen to use these. So I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss. And actually, I'm going to move this off to the side for a minute because I want to show you what you need for the paper. So if you have a piece that's 4.5 by 12, because this is designer series paper, you will get 2 Pillowbox die cuts out of this size piece of paper. So you have enough for 1 and 2. That's how I've done all my pillow boxes, and that saves on the paper. Then you have these to use if you want for tags or for cards. So while you have scraps, you may be able to use them. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get this ready to cut. And I'm just going to set this down here. In fact, I'm going to move this down. And I just flipped my plates over because they're starting to bend a little bit. So that's there. And then I'm going to take this little tag that puts the holes in for ribbon or whatever, and I'm going to put that right in there. And then I'm going to sandwich them. Now, if you're worried about that staying in place, take a piece of washi tape and just hold it in place there. But I'm going to go with it like this, and I'm just going to bring it over, and we're going to run this through. Now, because I'm using designer series paper, I am only going to run this through once, and I'm going to tell you why. I tried running it through twice the other day to see if I could make the cute lines in this die cut stand out even more. But in reality, it cuts the paper when you bend it. So I chose not to do that. Now, when I use cardstock, I did run it through twice, and that didn't happen. But you have a lot thicker piece of cardstock than you do designer paper. So just a tip there. Now, I told you you'd get 2 out of this. So here you go. We cut 1, and you have enough for a second one. So those measurements are 4.5 by 12. So we're going to start with this one. And I don't know, I'm going to hold this up. I don't know if you can see the fold lines in it, but they're there. So first I'm going to take and fold this on the fold line, and I'm going to burnish it with my bone folder. And then I'm going to take and do the same with the top. Oops. And we're going to burnish that. Now you have fold lines for the pillow, for the ends of the pillow. I've tried using it with the bone folder, and I found it hard to do. See what you think if you when you make these. But I just molded it with my hand. And I just folded it along the fold line. Make sure to get in the corners on the ends, because that way they're going to fold and fit in a lot nicer. Then do the same on the other side. And now we're ready to assemble our little pillow. So when I assemble this, I don't want my flap to go forward. I don't want to see that unfinished end. I want this flap to go on the inside. Oh, there we go. And this one to go over facing back. That way I have a nice folded edge. Let's show you again. And they'll fit in very nicely together. So I tried using glue. I found it to be messy, so I am going to use my Stamp and Seal. So again, because I want this edge to go back, I'm going to lay this down, and I'm going to put Stamp and Seal, and I'm going to bring in my mat here just so I don't get it on my paper. Stamp and Seal along the edge. Now, if the Stampin' Seal is sticking out, simply fold it over to the inside. And then you're going to bring in from the back that fold and bring this one in, line them up, and then use your fingers on the inside to give it a good press. So there's one side. So now we're going to do the other. So again, I'm going to go in, and you can put your Stampin' Seal down before you even do the one side. So I have my Stampin' Seal on. I'm going to fold the back edge in, bring this one over to line it up, put my finger in the inside, and then give it a good press. And there's our little pillow box. So what can you put in here? Well, I'm going to put in some of these little Hershey nuggets. I actually did some of these the other day for the grandkids and sent them over. But my husband told the kids that he made them, but they knew better. So this will fit 3 Hershey nuggets really nice. It fits the small miniature candy bars like Twix and Milky Way and that. And then you can put those in here, and we're ready to finish up our card. So for this, I'm going to take a piece of black and white. I'll use black and white. You can use twine if you have some retired ribbon. I'm going to tell you to use what you have. The one I did earlier, I had some retired bumblebee ribbon, and I used that. So we're going to bring in a little tag, and this is cut from a piece of Mango Melody. And it's using this little tag that's part of the Pretty Pillowbox dies. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp that word boo. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to leave this open. And I'm just going to stamp this one randomly. And then go ahead and we're going to put this, I'm going to put my ribbon in here on one end. And then I'm just going to wrap this around my pillow. Now you can go either way. You can do it this way, or you can do it horizontally instead of vertically. So I'm just going to go here. Now, a couple things. If you're worried about your ribbon slipping, stick a glue dot on the back, and that'll hold it in place, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now. So the other thing is you can take a piece of your Stampin' Seal Plus and just stick that to the back, and that'll work just as well. So I'm going to go ahead here, and I'm just going to tie a little bow. And for this one, I'm just going to tie like a square knot bow and just cut my ends off. I'm going to hold that down. There we go. That's not as tight as I'd like it. There we are. And then let's trim our ends off. And here's one of your little Pillowbox treat boxes, and it says boo. So there's one. Let's make one more. And I'm going to bring in the pumpkins. So let's go ahead and do this one. And we're going to try something a little bit different with this one. I'm going to move that out of the way. So again, going to go ahead and fold on here. And then again, fold the top. Now these treat boxes, I think they're great for just about any type of little decor. In a couple weeks, I'm going to show you how to use them for holiday treats for your meals for dinner for the holidays. So again, folding in, really easy to do. Just make sure you get your ends for a good fit. And then again, because you want this part to go back, I'm going to add my Stamp and Seal to the ends here. And I'm not going to worry about if it sticks out because I can go ahead and fold it in, which I'm going to do now, if you can see. This is such a quick and easy way to make treat boxes. Okay, so you're going to fold your ends in, line them, line it up, and then with your finger on the inside, give it a good press, and we're going to do the same here. So here's this little treat box. So let's go ahead and fill that with Hershey Kisses. So this one is full. Now I'm going to show you something else that you can do with this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some Stamp and Seal. And I'm just going to fold this over. Because remember, you're making these for children. The bows are fun, but this is also, they can just peel this off. And you can make it as simple as that. Or for this one, we're going to go ahead and stamp the hat. And I'm going to grab my Memento ink. And we're just going to give this some good okay. And I'm just going to bring in a couple of my blends. I have Highland Heather here, Pumpkin Pie, and Parakeet Party. And I'm just going to color in the little dots randomly. And then we're going to use this as a decoration on our little treat box. If you liked today's video, I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up and help me grow my channel. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And there's a little bell right next to it that if you hit that, you'll be notified when there's new videos posted or when I go live. And that'll help me to grow my channel, which I truly appreciate. Now, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or you don't have a catalog and you'd like one, right on my YouTube banner, right on the right lower corner, hit my logo of Simply Cards by Kathy and go over there to contact me and send me your name in an email with your address, and I will gladly put some catalogs in the mail for you. So here's our hat, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use the punch to punch it out. A little bit lower. There we go. And then you can simply put your hat right on to your little pillow box, but I'm going to tie it on. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to take my piercing mat and I'm going to take my pick tool and I'm simply going to put a little hole right in there. And I just want to make sure that it's big enough to put my ribbon through. And then I'm going to take a piece of white twine, and it doesn't have to be long at all. You can also use ribbon. Let's see if we can get the ribbon through even. Nope, not as easily. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put the twine in. And an easy way for me to do it is to simply put it over the hole with my pick tool and pull it through. Oops. There we go. So then all you have to do is tie it. If you want, you can make a little bow, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to tie a little knot. So I'll tie it twice so it stays. And then I'm going to trim this off. And we're simply going to tack it on there with a little piece of, or a little glue dot. So let's grab that. And here's another pillow box. So a couple different ways to do them. Let's bring them all back in here that make really cute treat boxes for Halloween. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will be back on Tuesday. I will not be live, but I will have a video posting at 7 because I have a family member having major surgery, so I won't be with you live, but the video and the presentation will be there. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will be back with you live next Friday for Friday Fun at 1. You have a great weekend, everybody.